Hey, my name's Andrew, and in this video, I want to share with you some accessories I use to turn my Canon R7 into a filmmaking rig. So let's jump into the list, starting off with the camera, the Canon R7, obviously. So the reason I think this is a great filmmaking camera is because you have 10-bit 422 4K 30, you have C-Log, you have in-body image stabilization, dual SD card slots, and great autofocus and subject tracking. So all that tied together makes a great, easy to use filmmaking rig, and I've seen the Canon R7 consistently on sale for around $1,000. So starting off, you have a $1,000 base. That's how much I paid for the Canon R7, and I think for that price, what you're able to get out of that camera is an absolute steal. So up next, starting with the base, you have to have a cage, and so the one I'm using is from Small Rig, coming in at $99, and I really love this cage because it not only fits super seamlessly around the cage and is made out of great materials, but it also has some tabs that mount on the side of the cage that go into the camera strap holders, and that eliminates any kind of like movement from the cage. It's a solid cage, it doesn't wiggle around at all, and so that's an absolute great base to this camera rig. Up next, I have a top handle from Small Rig as well, and that is coming in around like $25. And I think this is the best top handle I've seen. I've looked at a bunch of them, and this one has like a little rubber grip on the bottom, and it feels really good in the hand. Then on top of the top handle, you have a monitor. This one is from OC. This is the Lilman 5. This one's coming in a little less than $200. I am using a Small Rig monitor mount because this mounts really seamlessly on top of the top handle. You're of course going to need a cable and some NPF batteries to power the monitor. The Small Rig monitor mount is coming in around $24. A monitor cable is only like $12. Now up next, you need a lens, and on the Canon R7, I feel like you can't right now get as good of image quality for the price of the Sigma 18-50. This has an aperture of f2.8, and that's a constant aperture, and anything that Canon makes with an aperture of f2.8 is coming in closer to like $2,000. So this lens is only $600. The focal range of 18-50 on the Canon R7 is a really comfortable focal range, and it's able to get that nice wide angle, but then you can zoom into 50 for more detailed shots. And at the wedding I was shooting at recently, that focal distance just felt super natural, and it was kind of the best lens for the job. So on the front of that lens, I do have a Small Rig matte box that's coming in about $70. And matte boxes are kind of 50% to block out the lens flares and 50% to kind of just give your rig a little bit more credibility. They are really nice to block out lens flares, and the one I have is only 70 bucks. So I'd kind of recommend that one. I don't think there's many that are cheaper than that price. Now finally, audio. I am using the Sennheiser MKE 400. There's lots of microphone options, but I've just found that this one looks really nice and it functions really well, has a adjustment to adjust the gain, and it also has a low cut filter, and it just fits kind of seamlessly on top of my rig. And the most important part is it has great quality audio. So that is the rig, and everything, like I said, kind of pairs really well. The monitor gives you the ability to see what you're filming a lot better than this little screen. You have audio that's significantly better than the in-body microphone. The lens just pairs really well with this rig that has in-body image stabilization, so you're able to get really good quality B-roll. The matte box just kind of ties everything together as far as the rig, the cage, the top handle just gives you another place to hold the rig. So everything tied together makes this, regular Canon R7 and upgrades it to a level where I feel very confident whenever I show up to film a wedding or other different projects that this is going to not only give me the credibility, I show up and I'm holding this, people are like, okay, this guy knows what he's doing, but it also gives me a great product to then give to my customer. If you want to pick up any of these accessories, there will be links in the description. And if you have enjoyed this video, drop a like. If you want to see more content on the Canon R7 or other budget gear, consider subscribing. And if you do, I'll catch you in the next video.